Thank you very much, Dr. Rugare, for organizing such a beautiful conference, of course, with your colleagues. I'm extremely impressed with the students' presentations, and I was like, in my heart, I was like, this is the way to go. Imagine if students, start presenting their work at this time. By the time they complete their masters and their PhDs, what level of confidence they would have. So congratulations to all the students and all the organizers. Yeah, so we are in a session where I would like to introduce and also launch the Ubuntu platform. This is a project funded by the International Association of Schools of Social Work under its International Projects program. The project is a collaboration to design and develop an Ubuntu-inspired virtual learning and teaching platform with multiple digital sources and to test it in different countries. I have to acknowledge that Dr. Rugare is the brainchild of this project, and I think he's best suited to talk about it later on and show us how it will perform. But we are just at the beginning of working on this project, but we thought this was a great opportunity to launch it. In this regard, I would like to express our thanks to the International Association of Schools of Social Work for funding our project. And I would also like to acknowledge all the people from the International Association of Schools of Social Work present. I saw Professor Lombard, Antoinette, who is our incoming president. Thank you so much for attending the conference and waiting all this long. I've seen Linda, Ham Smith, I've seen Jill, I've seen so many others. You're most welcome. So the project team is taken from actually 7 different universities across 3 or 4 continents. So it's not simply about Africa, but also we have members from Latin America, from Europe, and from Asia. So I am the team lead and working very, very closely with Dr. Rugare Mugumbate, who is the technical lead. And we have Jean-Claude Dosanville from the Queensland University School of Social Work in Haiti. We have Tanaswa Sylvanus Chineke from the University of Zimbabwe, Professor Mandla, Mfundo, Masuku from the University of KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa, Dr. Sharlotte Tusasiirwe, who is the current secretary for the Association of Schools of Social Work in Africa, ASWA, but also teaches at Western Sydney University. And then we have Associate Professor Vincent Mabvurira from Northwest University, South Africa. So why we thought about this is that, as you all know, Ubuntu formed one of the first themes of the global agenda for social work and social development 2020-2030. And the focus was on, strengthening social solidarity and global connectedness. And because of that, global visibility of the Ubuntu philosophy, we didn't want it to die, after it has been, it has served its role as a theme. We wanted to take this forward, to move this forward. And I'm so glad that listening to the students' presentations, quite a number of them are bringing in the Ubuntu perspective and also, identifying it with, their local philosophies, which is exactly what we intended for it to, to happen. So I already said that this is a funded project, but of course we are looking for more funding. So the African Social Work Network that Dr. Rugare is a part of has offered to host the website for as long as it is required. But as you will notice, as we proceeded with this project, we came across a free crowdsourcing platform developed in Kenya that will actually host this platform for us free of charge. So what we do is we reach out to collect resources from different parts of Africa and maybe beyond, and then put them on this platform, and anyone can actually submit those resources. So this is what's happening, and without taking much time, I want to hand over to Dr. Rugare to take us through, the platform in a few minutes to see how it works. It's very interactive, and I'm so excited at the possibility of, what this platform will do, not only for teachers and students, but also for practitioners and policymakers and people all over that are so much invested in social work and development work. So over to you, Dr. Rugare, to take us through this platform and tell us more. Thank you so much.
Asante sana, Dr. Twikirize. Can I check what you are seeing on your screen before I proceed? I want to be sure I'm sharing the correct thing.
We are seeing a map.
Yes, okay, that's it. Thank you very much. So I just want to begin by echoing your sentiments, the first one being thankful to the International Association of Schools of Social Work for the support in this project. Without the support, we would not have been able to introduce this digital platform and build the idea or the concept that we had to the level it is today. And as you said, there is need for more support to market this, but also to develop this. There are lots of resources that are still required. I also wish to acknowledge the role of the members of the team. They've been listed, but also to acknowledge you, Professor Twikirize, for your leadership. So we are putting this in the public for the first time. I think we have only done about 5% of the work, and it's important that we launch and get feedback at this stage as we proceed with this. I would want to talk a bit more about Ushahidi, what it is. So Ushahidi is a platform that was developed in Kenya, which is good because it has got African values embedded in it, including the name itself, just saying Ushahidi. It's about sharing. It's also about putting things together, which aligns with our goal of aggregating information on Ubuntu as it relates to social work, but also as it relates to development. So the platform has got a free version. You can also use it. Last year, we had a blog post where we talked about uses of Ushahidi, what you can use it. So it has got a free version. It also has got a paid version. That's what we are aiming for, because the paid version has got more things that we can do with it. It's more interactive. But for now, we have started with the free platform, and would want also after this to get your feedback before we move on. So how does it work? So on Ushahidi, you create your own platform. Our platform is called Ubuntu platform. Ushahidi have already created the platform. Then on their platform, you create your platform. They call it a deployment. So our deployment is called Ubuntu platform, as you can see here. So anyone with the link will be able to go into this and see what you are seeing online now. To your left, the left margin, you see information about the Ushahidi platform, our platform. Contact details are here, Ubuntu at Africa Social Work. That's the email, and that's the link to the platform. Then there's information about the platform, what Professor Twikirize talked about, the aim for this platform, the number of resources. So there were 99 resources, but they were recently updated. Now you can see here, there are 138 resources. So this will be updated. Then there's also acknowledgement. We've acknowledged the International Association of Schools of Social Work, as well as the Africa Social Work and Development Network. And these are the participants and their biographies in this project. So how do you access the resources here? So first you need this link here on top. So I'm going to share with you. I'll put it in the chat. When you open that link, whether on your smartphone or on your computer, this is what you are going to see. First, I want to talk about what's in the middle here. These are the resources that we have put so far. But like I said, this is just 5% of the things we are able to put here. What have we put? We have put information about higher education institutions in Africa, those on social work. Then associations, we have not put information about associations, just beginning to put information about proverbs that relate to Ubuntu. Then we've put 43 theories that are Ubuntu theories, and also 28 names of Ubuntu. Based on a research that we did last year, we actually have 41 names. They'll all be put here. So Ubuntu is known by different names in different countries in Africa. They all mean the same thing. It's about how we value family, community, values we have for society, the environment, but also spirituality. So all the names, they talk about the same thing, which is why it's called a philosophy. Then we also want to put resources about Ubuntu in everyday life. I hope you'll be able to assist in this. We also need to put biographies of people who have contributed to Ubuntu. People like Professor Wesikebede, who was awarded today, would want to have their biography here so that we can read about them and say, what did they say about social development? How were they influenced by Ubuntu in their thinking about family, community, environment, society, as well as spirituality. Now, as Professor Twikirize said, this is a very interactive resource. I'll show you how. Here it's showing the total number of resources. If you zoom, you see how these resources are distributed. So these are distributed across Africa, but we want to go beyond. If there are resources on Ubuntu outside Africa, we also want to have them here. So you can zoom further to see how these resources are distributed in different parts of Africa. You can also go to Ghana, for example, and zoom more, and you see the distribution there, different institutions and different resources, and you can even go further to see what is there in this part of Ghana. For example, in Kumasi, there is a resource. I should be able to click here and see the resource. Yes. The resource here is Kwame Nkrumah. It's a directory entry of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. They train social workers. Then you can go here to read. You can read more information. Where you see it says habari, hapana habari, no information, it means we have not aggregated the information yet. We don't have the information yet, but we'll look for that information. More importantly, when you look down here, it asks this question, how Ubuntu is used here at this location, Kwame Nkrumah University of Technology. So we'll put information here about how Ubuntu is used and the different areas, whether it is used in subject outlines, there are books on Ubuntu, and all in field work, we'll put that information here. So that's how interactive this thing is. It's very interactive. And when we talk about resources, this is a unit. This is a resource. This is one out of the total that you were seeing. So we want to have more of these resources. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do that on our own. We need everyone to contribute to this. So we'll open up this platform where you see here it says add new post. You'll be able to, when this opens up, you'll be able to add a new post. You'll be able to add a proverb or a sumo in Swahili. You'll be able to add a biography on your own. When it comes in, it will be reviewed, then it will be made public. So that's why Ushahidi was developed, to ensure that resources can be aggregated and anyone from anywhere in the world should be able to provide some resources. So when we open this up, we are anticipating to have thousands and thousands of resources on Ubuntu on this platform. So what I've just showed you is called a map view. I'll just show you the other different interactions you can do with this, with 138 resources. You can play around with this. You can close these, the other resources here if you don't want to see them, so that you can only see 65 resources about higher education institutions. Or you can close this and say, I want to know about African proverbs on Ubuntu, and there will just be 2 proverbs here, one from South Africa and one from Zimbabwe. Or you can say, I just want to know about Ubuntu theories. So you just close the rest and you filter it, and you can look at the Ubuntu theories that you want. But you can also look at the sources. Where is this information coming from? So the information here came through a website. So it was entered by one person who is the project assistant. So she has been entering this information. That's Primrose has been entering this information. But when you do it from your own country, from Zambia, from Congo, from India, you could do it by email, by SMS, by Twitter, by WhatsApp, by mobile phone. You can enter resources here, which is really good. It's user friendly. So you can also view the data. Just to look at it by going to the data instead of the map. So these are all the different theories on Ubuntu. You can learn about Mugabeism. You can learn about Nkrumahism. You can learn about Jairus Giri charity and philanthropy model. Somebody presented on disability today. If you come in, you'll be able to read about this disability model. So there's many things that you can look at. You can go back to the surveys and say, I just want to know about names of Ubuntu, and you filter everything out. So these are the different names of Ubuntu. I think it's refreshing. It should be able to show us just the names and nothing else, just the names. Yeah. That's in Zambia, it's called Ubuntu. In Tanzania, Utu, Ubuntu, Bundu. In South Africa, Boto, Ubuntu. Same as Botswana. In Nigeria, Mutunji, Angwa. All these names of Ubuntu, you'll be able to learn about them, and you can even go to the next page and see more information about Ubuntu. So these are the three areas I wanted to show you. There are more that we'll be able to share later on, but the most important one is map view when you want to learn, data view when you want to learn more, then entry when you want to contribute to the Ubuntu digital platform. I think I will end here by inviting everyone to contribute to this platform. When it is opened up for the public, you'll be able to enter resources that could be used in education, in teaching, in fieldwork, but also in research. So I would want to end here.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rugare, for this very nice presentation, and I hope that people can ask questions before we, if you have any questions, quick questions, before we request Professor Lombard Antoinette, the incoming president of the IASSW, to officially launch this platform. Any quick questions? We are out of time, but we can accommodate a few questions.
Yes.
Or comments.
Or comments, yes. I'll put the link in the in chat.
Okay, so looks like there are no comments at this stage. You can follow the link and learn more about how this works, and you can actually directly contact us. Oh, there's Christabel. Christabel, you can go ahead.
I just wanted to say a very big thank you for creating a platform like this for African social workers and African student social workers to be able to access philosophies from around Africa, because it was within the period I was trying to prepare for this presentation, I was able to see other philosophies outside Nigeria and within Africa. I just wanted to say a really big thank you. And I love the website so much. It's so interactive and it really shows how beautiful Africa looks. And it's really nice that we're able to click on different parts of the map of Africa to see the resources available. So thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Christabel, for this positive feedback and for the fact that you already used it. Samuel Simbini.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Mugumbate, for presenting. Just to commend you for the great work. Even before you sort of put it together as a digital platform, I always found maybe the website of the network quite very useful in terms of learning about these theories. I remember I relied on it even on something which is called the SEN Code of Ethics, for research and the like. So I think what I would say is to challenge each other here, students, academics alike, that let us use this platform, use our theories, because putting it together, it's something else, but using it, it's something else. So I think the challenge going forward is for us now to be consumers of this platform created, because it is our platform. We then need to consume from our platform. That's the challenge that we have going forward. Thank you very much, Prof.
Yeah, thank you so much. Not only consumers, but also contributors. You can actually, do you call it invest? You please share material that we can put on the platform from your respective contexts. So with those few words, may I now request Professor Antoinette Lombard to officially launch this platform and project. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Twikirize, for this surprising, wonderful opportunity to launch the platform. Just allow me to congratulate you. What amazing project it is that you've launched. Congratulations to the innovative idea and the team and all the work that went into this project. Well spent project money of the International Association for Schools of Social Work. I cannot other than be proud of the lead that Africa is taking globally, internationally, and seeing all the events and the opportunities that's launched in this region of the world. So although international, the precedent, I am so proud to be grounded and rooted in the Africa region. On this note, I then officially launch the Ubuntu digital platform for the use and the future purpose that it has been created. And thank you so much for the opportunity, Professor Twikirize, to be honored to do this. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Antoinette Lombard. We are definitely so proud to be associated with the president of the International Association of Schools of Social Work. Over to you, Dr. Rugare. Conclude your conference. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you very much to the president for the remarks. And again, for the support we've received from the International Association of Schools of Social Work, to which you are the incoming president.